The cup of tea. Life. Have you ever paused in the middle of your busy routine and asked yourself, am I truly living or just existing? We rush into work, drown in our phones, and bury ourselves in countless little tasks every day. But when we slow down for a moment, we suddenly realize the most valuable things, family, health, dreams, are often left behind in some forgotten corner. And surprisingly, with nothing more than a simple cup of fruit tea, a teacher once showed his students a profound lesson: what must come first in life, and what should be left for later. That little story might just change the way you organize your entire life. Here's how it goes. One afternoon, in a philosophy class, the teacher walked in holding a large glass cup. He carried no textbooks, no chalk, just the cup and a heavy bag that no one knew the contents of. The class grew curious. The teacher smiled mysteriously and said, "Today, we're going to practice filling this cup." The students leaned in attentively. He placed the cup on the table, then pulled out a container of large, fresh fruit pieces like oranges, apples, and lemons, and gently placed them into the cup until no more would fit. He turned to the class and asked, "Do you think this cup is full?" Many students looked closely and nodded. "Yes, teacher, it's full." The teacher only smiled. Then, he reached into the bag again and pulled out some dry roasted tea leaves. He sprinkled them gently into the cup, letting them slide into the empty spaces between the fruit. "How about now? Is it full yet?" he asked. Some students hesitated, but most replied, "Yes, now it must be full." But the teacher wasn't finished. He then took out a packet of fine sugar and poured it in. The sugar slipped neatly through every gap, coating the fruit and tea leaves inside. "And now? Is it full yet?" This time, the whole class laughed and answered in unison. "Probably, yes, it's full now." The teacher nodded, but then picked up a kettle of hot water. Slowly, he poured it into the cup. The water seeped through the sugar, bringing out the sweetness, passed through the roasted tea leaves, infusing their aroma, and finally blended with the fruit, until everything came together into one fragrant cup of tea. Only then did the teacher smile and say, "Now, as you can see, this cup of fruit tea is truly full." He began to explain. "This cup of tea is your life. The big fruit pieces are the most important things: your family, your health, your dreams, your passions. They are the foundation. Without them, life feels empty. Even if you lose everything else, as long as you still have these, life will remain meaningful." The roasted tea leaves represent your career, your work, your house, your money. They are important too, but they can never replace the heart and soul of life. The sugar is all the small, everyday distractions, messages, social media, endless scrolling. They fill up your time, but they don't bring true meaning. He paused, then added, "If you try to fill the cup by putting sugar and tea leaves in first, there will be no room for the fruit." Life works the same way. If you let the small details take over all your time and energy, the most important things will never have space. That's why you must put your fruit in first. Make time for family, for health, for dreams. Only then will everything else find its place in harmony. You see, life is just like this cup of fruit tea. The question isn't how much time we have, but what we choose to fill it with. So fill it with the things that nourish your soul and warm your heart. When he finished, one student raised a hand. Teacher, then what does the hot water represent? The professor smiled. Excellent question. The hot water shows us that no matter how busy life becomes, there's always room for little moments of peace, a shared laugh, a quiet joy, a cup of tea or coffee with a friend. Even when life feels packed, there is always space for those tiny sparks of happiness. The class fell silent. Each student seemed to reflect on their own lives. The teacher ended with a sentence that lingered in everyone's mind. Remember, life isn't about being busy. It's about being meaningful. It's not about counting the days, but about making each day count. So, what will you choose to put into the cup of your life today? Lesson learned. Life is finite. Start with family, health, love, and dreams. Career, money, and the little things will naturally find their place. And don't forget to leave room for the simple joys. That's what makes this journey truly worth living. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories every week. Together, let's learn to live meaningfully, not just busily.